Way.
For the first time around the world, guest Crispy Pro is coming on live on the air, baby.
Welcome.
Here we are. It's happening.
Indeed.
I didn't think it would happen.
As you can see in the title card, we have
But
Crispy
here we
Pro
are.
on
The
the
Oscar
show.
himself.
Yes.
Okay.
Oscar, Crispy Pro, he is joining us today. This is
Live.
a YouTuber that is popping off, you might say. 42,000 subscribers. I'm looking at it right here.
One of a
And
kind, if you ask me.
Oscar primarily discusses Doctor Who, but to talk more about the man himself, let's go ahead and bring in
Doctor Who.
our good, lovely friend, Oscar.
Hey!
There he is.
Here he is.
Hello.
Oh, wow.
Welcome to the show, Oscar. How you
Look
doing?
at that.
Very much.
How are
I'm
you?
here for a laugh. I'm here for a laugh.
Okay, we got it. You know, that's
Exactly.
that's the one thing that we need to get from guests is just hearing them say that. We got it Rick.
Yeah.
We're here for a laugh.
We got a full we got a full list of people saying that, so
Gosh. Thank you, Oscar, for joining us. Oh, how do you prefer to go by
worries.
today, Oscar or Crispy?
The Big Crisp. You can call me the Big Crisp.
the big crisp, I like
Okay,
that.
the big crisp. Well, welcome to the program.
Or Crispy. It's Crispy. Crispy Pro was a typo when I was typing out my when I was making my channel. It was supposed to be Crispy Productions, but it ended up being just Crispy Pro.
Oh, I
Is that a
see.
true story? Is that actually real?
Yeah, that's a true story. So you can just call me Crispy.
An exclusive.
Wow, is this an exclusive? I don't think I've ever heard you say that before.
I'm sure I would have said it before, but maybe I haven't mentioned it to you, Conor. Sorry.
Well,
I apologize.
you are a YouTube goat, Crispy, and I've had the pleasure of meeting you 3 times, I think. 3? but-
IRL, yeah, for sure.
IRL, yeah.
Oh,
IRL.
yeah.
We've met 3 times, but also we've done countless podcasts together. And
Too many.
I grew up personally watching you. I'm sure some people know this story, but I grew up personally watching you. I mean, I was always such a huge fan. And then eventually, luckily, I got to connect with you later on down the line. And we started making some videos together. And now I would consider you actually a very close friend. You've met my family. You've stayed at my house.
I know. I've stayed at your house. Yeah, that's crazy.
We have, I hope, we have,
cooked me meals.
we've shared a bed one time as well. Just with pillows between us. We have shared, maybe it was 2 nights
Off and
actually.
on camera.
Yeah, off and on camera, exactly. So we actually are pretty close. So it's an honor to have you on this show, which is my other show. And yeah, just really glad to have you on, man. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm glad it could work out. I was supposed to be busy today.
Yes.
I was booked and busy.
Yes, you were.
But then plans fell through, and I was like, all right, let's do it. Let's do the damn thing.
Well, how kind of you to join us on, such short notice. And we spoke before. Are you partaking in a little trip down to the virtual pub here with us?
The virtual pub.
Well, you won't believe this.
Oh.
My girlfriend just left to go to a concert. She was like, hey, I'm making margaritas.
Oh.
Oh.
So I'm 1 margarita deep. And I was
Oh.
like, that's all. I don't have anything else. So I went on to Uber Eats.
Oh.
And I've ordered
You could do.
12-pack, boys.
No way!
Amazing.
You can do that on Uber Eats?
Wow.
That's crazy.
Look at that.
If you use the coupon code CrispyPro, you get 20% off your order.
Wow.
Wow.
I didn't know you could do that. Did you have to show your ID when they came to the door?
I did have to show my ID. So
Wow.
my real ID is floating out there on someone's phone, which is pretty cool.
Yeah,
got
that's never a great sign.
Oof.
I didn't
Maybe-
know you could do that.
Maybe it's flattering,
Yeah,
they
you
thought
can.
you could be under 18.
We got we
compliment.
got Aiden in the chat saying FOMO, which is
Oh, Aiden.
Aiden. I hope
Aiden's in the chat. Hello, Aiden.
Aiden, come on. We I feel like you gotta let me You gotta let me have Oscar on the other show, please.
You gotta let 1,000 blossoms bloom, Aiden.
It does say here though.
Let there be 1,000 blossoms bloom.
Jeremy says, "Can someone ask Crispy if Conor was the one that revealed his real name online?" That can't be true, surely. This can't be true.
Uh-oh.
No, my real name's been out there for ages. I used to link my old Instagram in my bio all the time, and that had my real name in there. So
Yeah.
it's
Right.
out there. It's out in the public.
How do you?
But now, even like I tried to like bury my real name, but even now Crispy Pro has been buried. Dan, can you look up Crispy Pro? Just look up Crispy Pro on Google.
Of course.
Crispy Pro is
And
buried?
tell me what you see. Tell me what you see.
I
My
did
goodness.
actually
my
kind of...
my SEO has been ruined.
Yeah,
How?
so... that's rough. Let me try and get you in here
How is this possible?
to react to this. So, yeah, Crispy's right. First thing it does is suggest that I meant something else, not Crispy Pro with a Y, I guess. Crispy Pro with an I. Let me show you guys what I'm looking at.
Is this your doing, Crispy, or was
This is
this?
not my doing. This is Ninja. Twitch streamer Ninja is behind this.
Oh, no.
The Ninja is behind this?
The Ninja Crispy Pro.
The Ninja Crispy,
It's an
bro.
air fryer.
So,
That has
Oh, I
taken
saw
over
you
my
tweet about
life.
this.
I'm
Yeah,
getting
Harbo
ads.
tweeted me today.
What?
Harbo Womes, I should say.
Well, let's see.
This is what comes up first when you search Crispy Pro? Is this crazy?
Yeah,
This
that's
is Crispy Pro. How much are you worth, Crispy? Let's see. 250 bucks?
Hey,
No,
I'll take
300,
it. I'll take
okay.
it. That's nice.
All right.
That's not
No.
bad.
People ask how much is a life worth, and now I can actually see that.
Yeah.
That is how
Oh my
much I'm
God.
Wow.
That's so insane. Because you've been doing YouTube for like, God, I can't even remember how long. You must have been doing it for over 10 years on the
Okay.
same channel.
13 years, I think.
13 years?
You do show up here, which,
Yeah.
you get your flowers.
My God, 13 years.
Although the videos are still all reacting to
Every video is people trying this. It looks like a great product.
But if
It
I
looks like a
correct my
fantastic
search
product.
to Crispy Pro, let's see,
I
does
don't
that
think it'll
help?
make much of a
There you go.
difference.
If it's
Does that
Crispy
help?
Pro with the Y, then you still get...
Oh well, that's something.
Yeah.
That's something.
Hey, you still got
I'll
that
take
Y on lockdown, baby.
I got that Y on lock.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Anyway, that's my recent news, folks. That I'm competing with an air fryer.
God, this is so insane. I mean, I feel like
Jeez.
because you've been around for so long, like, you are just kind of a part of... You've kind of hit Doctor Who alumni, I feel like, where you are just a part of the furniture. You know, like, you...
Thank you.
I think you are.
I've been here a while. Thanks, mate. Nah,
I think-
I very much enjoy making Doctor Who videos.
You're
I
so
won't
modest.
ever
That this is the thing, like, I've met you like in person, and you're so lovely. Like, he's like the sweetest guy you could ever meet. Like, you genuinely are. Like, and I think you deserve all the success that you've gotten, and I do think you've
Thanks, mate.
almost just become a part of the furniture. You've met Peter Capaldi, so
Oh,
that's.
yeah.
I don't think a lot of people can say that. I mean, I haven't, so I'm
One
certainly
day,
jealous about
one
that.
day. If he ever gigs to Australia, surely we'll meet him.
I'll have to come for that. I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
Connor's getting the pre-sale of the pre-sale for that.
if there's
pre-sale.
there needs to be we always kind of meet up for the Sirens of Audio events, but they notoriously never do them in Perth because I think they don't. I think they're like, no one like lives in Perth
enough
and no one
people.
wants to go.
Yeah.
And it's
I
like,
heard a rumor that there was going to be one this year. Like when Josh
Yeah.
and I, Josh Snares, famed YouTuber Josh Snares.
Yeah.
We went to one in not Adelaide, in Melbourne.
Melbourne, yeah.
Yeah, we're in Melbourne to meet Carol Ann Ford.
Yeah.
And I swear I heard rumors that something's happening in Perth, but now I don't know. I haven't heard anything.
Yeah, Perth is
Yes.
pretty quiet,
I mean,
Hey, if you hear anything, let us know. I mean,
she was supposed to have I thought Carol Ann Ford had like some family in Perth, so I thought the idea was that
aren't all
she
Doctor Who
could.
fans family?
Yeah, that's where I come in.
Yeah.
That's where I come in, and I call her my grandmother, but no, like she was supposed
so will
to
Billy
have,
Piper.
yeah, she's supposed to have value,
the other way
but
around.
it never happened, and like it's expensive to fly to places. Like,
Oh yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't mind doing one of those things again, because I know when we did the McCoy interview, the Science of Audio came up to us before, and they were like, "Hey, we turned down the ABC for you guys, so don't fuck it up." And it was like, "Oh shit, okay."
Yeah, that's awesome.
Pressure.
So it's like, "Oh, okay." Just
It's like that's a great interview too. I loved that interview with Sylvester.
You're
You got
too
an
good.
exclusive. You made headlines with that interview.
Yeah.
yeah. Now you're brushing my ego, Oscar.
Oh,
Yeah.
hey, that's what we're here to do.
Well, yeah, no, that is true. Nothing compared to what you have done, my friend. That was cool though. The Radio Times, I do bring up the Radio Times, the Radio Times article here and there, just to pull that one out in case I never make it in the YouTube scene. At least I did that.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. You're too kind.
Oscar, you should feel lucky because we turned down Russell Tovey to do this.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. No, thank you so much.
He was begging.
There was no competition in my head. Who to
Yeah.
pick.
Oh, easily. Yeah. I mean, don't you know some family members, distant family members of Doctor Who production crew? Aren't you?
Do I?
Do you?
No, I don't know. I'm trying to reference. You recently made an appearance at the Doctor Who Oscars, hosted by the 50%.
Yes. No. Good reference, Dan. Good.
Okay, because no, I didn't know what the fuck you were talking about. That was kind of niche. That was kind of niche.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, that was never me. None of
No,
that
of
was
course
me.
not.
Yeah, exactly.
At the
It means
Oscars.
nothing.
I never made an appearance.
That was a surprise to me as well, because Aiden was acting like he actually got them to do it the first time when we were filming, and he was like, and then it cut to a lovely surprise, with Oscar actually playing the character, and I was like, oh, it's just Crispy Pro, so I was like, oh, cool. Do you know?
Those kinds of, that's a great way to cameo on all these different shows, and that's a lot of fun.
Well, that's how it started. With we started 50% Doctor Who podcast, and Crispy notoriously did the YouTube. Was it the YouTube video in the Forest of the Shite? It was called that.
Yeah, gosh.
Yeah. So we were like wanting you on forever. And it was like, okay, well, we'll try and, we'll try and get him on with this. So I just DM'd you, and you were because we're not even big now, but like back in the day, I think we had 200 subscribers, and you were like, of course, and you sent in, I think I had COVID at the time, and you sent in a video message, and we played it on the show, and it was just the biggest thing ever. So to get you to now do it just so casually is really cool. Although one of them, Anita, did reply, actually, the woman who plays Anita in Doctor Who. She got back to us.
Hell yeah.
And she was like, can I send it through? Is it too late? And we're like, no, just send it through. So you might be called out a little bit, Oscar.
Oh my gosh.
You're getting called out a little bit. They'll find out your true identity.
Yeah.
Oh my word.
Unmasked.
That's awesome. Well, no, it's very nice that you say that now, because I remember being like, who are the 50% boys? And I can without a doubt say that it is my favorite podcast. I'm pretty sure, 99% sure, I've listened to every episode.
That's too kind.
It's worth noting. It's weird, Connor. You should go back and listen to. I think it's Dalek.
Yeah.
Because you guys mentioned, oh, we should do some interviews one day, and they're like, oh, wouldn't it be funny if we got Crispy Pro or Josh Nares on?
Yeah.
Whatever. And then it's so weird that now it'll come full circle.
That's
We all know
too
each
kind.
other and are all mates. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. And I think Aussie content creation, like what you guys are doing, like what so many people out there are doing, I don't know, it's worth supporting. And I very much enjoy what we've created.
Aw.
Right.
Wow, Crispy. Such kind words. Thank you.
Who would have ever guessed? I mean, this is what I always say with just, it might not happen, but just do it. And, you never know really what will come out of it. And it was always a goal and a dream to have you on, let alone be really good friends. It's something that I hold actually really dear to my heart. We do have an announcement. Do we wait till the end to say that, or?
Yeah, we can say,
Yeah,
get
we
the
should probably
audience prepped, but waiting.
Got a little surprise.
Stick around. We're gonna get
Yeah,
to
stick around to
through
see
a
what
couple of
happens.
questions about some
Tease
of Crispy's recent work. Maybe fact check him a little bit. No, I'm just kidding.
Just make sure you got all your facts right.
Yeah, and but yeah, stick around because you're not gonna want to miss some of the juicy reveals that we have coming up.
Yeah, because we
Oh
do
my
have a
It
few.
is a jam-packed episode.
It is
Oh,
jam-packed. We do have a few
absolutely.
questions that we want to fire at you, Crispy, while also keeping it hopefully casual. So if we do go off topic, there's no stress. But take
You
it.
cannot fail this. This interview.
It's impossible to fail. It's idiot-proof, as they say. Do you want to start with the question, Dan?
Speaking of casual, I'm just gonna try and open this box full of Ronas so that I can actually crack a beer with you boys, if that's all right.
please come join us.
Please.
Heck
Riff
yeah,
for a
let
bit.
me,
Riff for a bit while I find a
Can I play the beer math sting?
Yeah.
play the
Can I
beer
have
mastic.
1,000 beers, please?
Damn, Aiden really will be getting FOMO right now.
Whoa. A peek inside Crispy
Off he
Pro's
goes.
bedroom. Oh my gosh, is that illicit substances on his nightstand? No.
I'm back.
Fantastic.
Fully ran into my door.
Did you?
Yeah, that's on camera now.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, we got it all.
It's gone straight to my head.
Oh wow. It's that margarita.
But cheers, boys.
Oh,
Just for a laugh, hey?
Let's
Cheers
do
to
it.
For a laugh.
This is for a laugh. We're here for a laugh.
that's right.
That actually kind of worked. That actually kind of worked. That really worked.
That is cheers worthy.
Because you don't really drink much, do you,
Man, cheers.
Crispy?
Cheers over here. Cheers over here. Right here on the screen.
You got yeah.
Cheers. Yeah, thank you. Conor.
Let me see how I can. It's so weird to do that.
Amazing. Wow. Well,
Wow. What a show.
Oscar, now that you're all beard up, I want to
Beer math.
get into it with you and ask you a few questions about
You mind if we just turn them off
the pretty abysmal.
to hear the beautiful voice of Crispy Pro?
So
Sultry turns.
we are in a pretty bad state, I think, as anyone who's even remotely interested. in-
Western Australia is not that bad.
Oh, okay. Okay. I will not.
Come on, hey now.
I will not sit here and accept this slander.
What the hell?
We are proud, the proudest West Australian state as you could imagine. So,
I was so kind about Bris Vegas, Crispy.
Yeah,
I said
I said it's not that. I was Dan was the one that said it's a bad state.
I'm
It
gonna
was a
let
bad
you off
state.
on
No.
this, lest you be
It's not bad.
eaten by
I love
the
WA.
lest the swan consume you. You may be eaten if you step out of line again. So I'm gonna let you off on that one.
Oh my gosh. I
All
can
right.
feel it. It's rubbing off on me. I've moved 2 hours in the past.
Oh
my
gosh,
goodness.
you're gonna start overcharging for pints pretty soon. All right.
yeah, we
No,
better get used to
Brisbane's
that.
pretty bad.
So
Give me a pony, little pony pint.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
That's what
little
you
pony
need.
pint.
God, they're the worst.
So this is funny because I wanted to ask you about this topic, Crispy, but you just released a video 2 days ago. I watched old Doctor Who, and if I'm correct in my understanding, it seems like it's almost a reboot of a previous video that you've explored before in a bit of a longer form. And you go back, you look at a couple of the classic Doctor Who episodes, and I guess my spearheading question on this. It's 2026 and you're making a long form video that seems to be getting a good amount of engagement, and it's about classic Doctor Who.
My titties began to tingle.
Yeah. Do you think that classic Doctor Who will outlive modern Doctor Who?
Oh my word. Well, that's a big question. That is a massive, massive question.
Oh yeah.
I think Doctor Who as an entity will outlive all of us. I think Doctor Who as a brand
That's
will
true.
outlive all of us. But I mean, like, who even knows? Like, do we even have New Who anymore since the Disney thing labeling themselves season 1? Which, you know, all of the crimes of that era, sure, that's the one that irks me the most. As a New Who
definitely.
fan, because it's so it's just annoying. Especially if you're gonna lead with space babies. But
Season 1, episode 1, Space Babies.
Yeah, how lucky were we, huh?
How lucky were
we all thought, if only we could, you know, not have Rose as series 1.
Yeah, God, who would want that?
We want a do-over. How about Space Babies?
I'm never alone with you.
Yeah.
But, I mean, look, classic Doctor Who is something I'm still exploring. So maybe it's not my place yet to comment on that. But as of now, I think, the classic Doctor Who definitely has a very, very die-hard fan base. It's weird that there's, like, you know, classic Who fans and New Who fans.
Yeah.
But
do you think it's just generational? Or, like, is there younger?
I don't think so.
It's a broad span.
Josh Nares is a prime example of what classic
Younger.
Doctor Who can do to a human being at a young age.
Human being.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's a huge question. That's a massive, massive question, because I'm so New Who coded. I'm the most New Who coded man you'll ever meet.
Of course.
And so I'm trying the other stuff. I've watched a lot of stories, a lot of episodes from Classic Who, but I still am at the tip of the iceberg.
Doctor Who.
Yeah, I just wonder if, you know, they just discovered those new episodes, and, like, if there's episodes still to come out, like, what if, you know, in the future we have more episodes of Classic Who being rediscovered to look forward to than episodes of New Who,
Yeah, that's so funny, yeah. Because we
That
did get New Who
real-
technically this year.
Yeah,
So-
yeah, and it was
that's-
classics.
We have more episodes of classic Doctor Who this year than we do New Who.
That's
That is
right.
insane.
It's already started.
That is insane.
Wow.
We don't
That
even
is
know if
crazy.
we're gonna get this Christmas special, because
That's one of
they
my
announced a
questions. Do you
Christmas
wanna-
special.
Yeah, do you want
like,
to
it
do you want to
all-
answer that? Because
On the record,
we want to
Christmas
ask you.
special happening?
Yeah, yes or no?
Or not?
If it's happening,
Yeah.
I think it would be the biggest egg on face if we didn't get a Christmas special this year. It's only April now, and I feel like it was the fans that were like, "Hey, we're going to be filming in like March or whatever." We're like, "Oh, that's when they're doing it." You know, they filmed the Time of the Doctor in like September, October. So I think it is. We've got time. Rumor on the street is that they're going to announce something for if David Tennant's returning
Yeah, I heard about this.
on Wednesday or Thursday this week.
Oh.
Coming.
Okay.
So we'll see. We'll see what happens. If nothing's announced, then it will have officially been 6 months since they announced the Christmas special. And
No, has it really been that long? Yeah, it would be, wouldn't it?
Yeah, they announced it in October last year. I'm pretty
Oh
sure.
my god.
Which is pretty upsetting. But I mean, the Doctor Who fandom is still alive and well. The response from the rediscovery of the the Daleks' master plan, it's huge. And I think the fandom is still alive. And I hope the BBC understand that the demand is still there. The demand is still there. Just make it good.
For a
Look, even
niche science fiction show.
RTD2, like as you know, as I said, all the crimes of it, I still had a good time. I don't think it's the worst Doctor Who out there. I just
Right.
think there were a lot of expectations, and I really think if Russell nailed both of the finales for season 1 and season 2, we'd be in a very different spot now fandom-wise.
Yeah, history, like, that's where, you know, there are two different timelines that diverge, you know, is that if the finale
literally.
episodes of both seasons were just satisfying and conclusive in, like, a, you know, way that people liked, shit, we wouldn't be here, I don't think.
How do you feel as a creator with how this drought of Doctor Who at the moment? Because I know that Aiden and I have really been struggling to find the enthusiasm to even talk about this show, where it feels like at the moment it generally just feels like the fans are keeping the show alive, and that's annoying because I feel like it should be the other way around. They should be giving us stuff, and it's like we're still talking about it and they're giving us next to nothing. So how are you feeling, particularly now going into a bit of a reboot with your channel. How are you feeling about that? Like, are you feeling excited? Are you feeling a little bit burnt out from the whole idea, or how are you feeling?
Well, it's a bit of a double-edged sword because yeah, I completely agree. Sometimes the motivation now isn't there. You kind of feel a bit like icky because like Doctor Who is something like I live for. I would die for this show. It's my favorite thing in the entire universe. So I'm gonna love it unconditionally. But yeah, like even now you're like, oh, like the motivation it has slightly lost. But from a content creator standpoint, it's all right this wilderness year because I don't have to be timely. The biggest thing, like when I was making the season 2 reviews, like I had to, we got the episodes on a Saturday night, didn't we?
Yeah, we got it at like 3 o'clock, so you probably got it about 5.
Oh yeah. Which was pretty cool. And then I would like basically spend my whole Sunday, cancel whatever plans I had, and dedicate it just to writing, filming, and editing for like a 5-6 hour period. And so that's a lot. So now I've actually been able to have a bit of a backlog of videos, and this is an incredibly exciting time for my channel. I've got the next 2 weeks on the channel will blow your mind.
Oh boy,
it's going to be crazy.
I'm very excited. I'm very excited.
I don't want to say it. It's fun. I've got some good stuff coming up. Conor and I. Oh, can I announce that, Conor? I sent you a script.
Absolutely, please. You could. I feel so honored.
I've got another series in the works that probably will not see YouTube for another couple months, but episode 1 of that new series will feature Conor.
Wow,
it's gonna be good.
Thank you. My goodness. Thank you.
Fantastic.
I'm glad we can talk about it. Yeah, that is. I read the script. I thought it was great. I mean, I just feel so. I feel like I've said it so many. Huh?
It does bug me that I saw on YouTube the other day someone has done basically the same idea. But that's all right.
Yeah,
that's all right.
It's so hard these days to be so.
Yeah.
Does originality even exist anymore? It's like you're almost just being like a copy of something that already exists. I mean,
our one will be different, and we can add an Australian perspective as well.
Because we're in it, baby. We can make it our own. Yeah, I read the script.
What we want.
I feel honored. I don't think I'll ever get over the I guess the imposter syndrome of being asked to do a video with you, Crispy. Like generally, I mean, it's just
mates, mate. It's all good.
I'm like, what? I was like, was everyone else busy? Like, what's going on here? Like, why'd you ask me? I just feel so honored.
I mean, we were just chatting, and I was writing the script, and I was like, what the subject matter is, I don't want to reveal it just yet, but I can't fully give my 100% to it because I wasn't watching Doctor Who when what happened. And so
that's why you asked me that.
I know Conor was there.
Yes.
So I'm going to get him on. And that's all I'll tease.
Because you sent me a message being like X, Y, and Z, and I was like, yeah, I was there. And you're like, cool.
That's me.
That makes sense now. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
No, I am honestly very excited. That'll be, so you said that'll be coming out a little later this year?
Yeah, I've got sorry, this is also, look, there's so much happening in the Crispy Pro extended
you're all right.
We're getting crispy.
It's an exciting time. I'm launching a brand new series on my channel next week, and then once that's finished, we're up, Conor. We're up.
Woo. So we're talking a couple of weeks?
We're talking maybe 6 weeks.
Okay,
gives us time to edit.
I better get reading the memorizing my lines.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Patriot.
Damn, that's gonna be very exciting. Honestly, I feel like this is my moment. I'm gonna be sending this to everybody. Like, here I am. I mean, I don't think I assume it's gonna get a few thousand views. I mean, that's probably gonna be the first time I'm gonna be in like a big hit of a video, so I'm very excited, actually.
Yeah, look at you.
We're gonna get 1 million views.
If we
get 1 million views,
that's still not enough in my head. Maybe 2, I think.
Yeah.
2 million. We're gonna get 2 million views.
You've hit 1 million, haven't you, on your Clara video?
No,
close.
Absolutely not.
Close though.
That got 500,000. Which
500,000.
was crazy.
That's still pretty good. Your Clara Fairy video from
I have
Series 7?
No, oh no. There's a video called "Why Do People Hate Clara Oswald?"
That was
and
it.
I made this back
That
in
was it.
college when I was like broke, and I was like, let's just make one video a week.
Yeah.
And I had like planned ahead, and then that week I had nothing planned, and so I made that in like an afternoon, and it's been my most successful video by far.
It's funny. It's always the videos that you don't expect to do well. That's like
you can never predict it.
It's a cliche, but like they always say that, and it's true. Like you put all this time and effort into like a video, and it doesn't work out, and then the one that you don't think about much, it just always does. Well, I think you were saying before though, like I think it's a good thing to talk about, is that like I think, and not to say like, oh, woe is us as YouTubers, but like I do think a lot of like time and preparation and like your own mental state doing YouTube, like it's pretty hard. And like I think, you were saying before about how like you had to like sacrifice your Sunday and stuff. I do think it is like a lot of people I don't think see that version of like YouTubers and stuff. Would you say that's something that you've struggled with a bit in the past, like having to like switch on and like be a creator even when you might not be feeling up to it?
Maybe. Like, yeah, look, I think content creation is so funny because there's so many content creators like, oh, it's so hard. I think there's much, like, this is not my full-time job. This is not your full-time job.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is a fun hobby that we do. So I don't know if I can fully commit to the idea of,
sure.
My life doesn't depend on this. It's just a fun thing to do. But I mean, yeah, for sure. There's some days where like I don't want to switch on. I just want to watch some Netflix and fall asleep on the couch.
Yeah,
that's my dream Sunday. But yeah, I mean, but sometimes you have to switch it on, especially with Doctor Who, because there's some timely stuff. Like as I said, I've got my video for my new series planned to go on Wednesday, but that might be when they announce David Tennant coming back
exactly.
for the 17th time. So in my head, I was staying awake at night, being like, do I film something in the morning in case he's announced, and then I'll just quickly add something to the end. But I'm like, no, you know what? I'm just gonna stick to my original plan, and we'll if it doesn't do as well because there's other videos in the feed, so be it. I believe in my content. I believe it will resonate and do well in time, maybe. But yeah, I mean, sometimes you don't want to switch it on. There's some videos on my channel where I'm filming after coming back from a night out, so I'm like, in my head, I know that guy is clearly drunk, but hopefully he pulled it off.
Yeah, you just hope you can still make sense for the audience.
I think the problem is like these days, like people's attention spans is like 0.5 seconds, and if you don't just chuck out a video quickly, you miss out on so many like potential views. I understand what you're saying with the whole idea of like the potential announcement, because we're going to be filming next Thursday, me and Aiden, and we're like, oh, by the time we finish, like the announcement probably will be about 9 o'clock if there would be one. So it's like, we don't know if we'll then have to film another episode. It's like, it's like, good Jesus. And you've been at work all day and you're just like, I've been very vocal on 50% at the moment about being pretty like burnt out. Like I'm just so like, I think I have such a good and fun time with Aiden that like it's so fun, and I love our relationship together. But I don't, if Aiden wasn't there, I don't think I could keep doing it. I mean, I think I would return to it when Doctor Who got better. But Aiden's always been really good with, like, once we started the show, he was like, we should do this like consistently every week, and we pretty much stick to that in the 6 years nearly we've been doing it. But yeah, I mean, I feel you. Like,
and all you guys have been so consistent with For a Laugh as well.
We try.
We've been really good this year.
We try.
Yeah,
we're here for a laugh.
Like, I get notified all the time, like, oh shit, the boys are going live.
Yeah.
Particularly when like you don't really get much out of it really at the moment. Like, not a lot of people watch this stuff. It can be hard to like show. I don't want to sound like I'm complaining, but like,
well, I guess that's
it's hard
something
to just like hop on there and be like, oh, no one even watched,
Yeah, for sure. And I guess that's something I'm curious too, Crispy, when it comes to some of the videos you put out, do you find that there is a more or less kind of rewarding format? Like, do you think that
Doctor Who,
if you put out a shorter video and like all the comments are more, I don't know, superficial as opposed to a maybe more thoughtful like video where you're bringing in ideas and the comments, everyone is really engaging with it, like how have you found maybe the difference between some of those types of content?
Well, that's a very good question, Dan, because like I think that I've kind of experimented with different kinds of content on the channel. Like I've done like, you know, some people, you know, you'd ask them, oh, what do you do? What's your channel? Like if you just, you know, ask a random YouTuber, like, oh, you know, I review drive-throughs. I review this thing. I talk about I go through every episode of this thing. But me, I'm like, oh, I talk about Doctor Who.
Yeah.
And so that's actually, you know, it's niche, but it's a pretty broad term.
Doctor Who.
Like I've made music videos and tier lists and you know, ranking things.
Very good
and,
ones too.
Vlogs and all kinds of nonsense, and really kind of experimented with the format. And I like to think that in each of them there is something that is like authentically me. But there's some videos on the channel that I'm like, oh, I just did this because. There's so many like many, like I don't know, there's so many cringe videos,
but I guess sometimes those can almost surprise you,
but
that they do touch people.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, look, it's an interesting kind of swath that you seem to have, and you know,
you've muted. Am I muted?
Oh, you can't hear me?
I can't hear you anymore.
Oh God.
I had a
a
suspicion you couldn't hear me. Well,
can you hear us?
What's happened?
Uh-oh. Trouble on the air. This is what happens when you do live show,
let's
folks.
do some live troubleshooting. Get him back. Uh-oh. Look, he's paused. We're in the Nirvana zone, the no zone.
What happened to Crispy Pro? Is he
Has
gone?
he been
Hello?
eaten by
Hey,
the
can you hear
algorithm?
us?
Uh-oh.
Can you hear us?
He's sitting blind.
Oh no, it was going so well.
Our guest. Are we interviewing Helen Keller right now?
Crispy Pro, can you hear us?
Helen.
Helen Keller, can you hear us? She's just drinking. Just
wow. He had the skull buzzer.
Can I have 1,000 beers, please?
Wow.
How do we do this now? What do we do?
I don't know. I
can't hear anything.
Can you see? Can you see us? Can you see us? You just can't hear.
us. Let me try.
But you can see us.
Use the. Okay.
You can see me.
He can see us.
Can you? You can see.
Hear anything. I don't know what's going on.
Can you end the call and like give the call back?
All right. Well,
I don't know what's happening.
If everything's okay, I guess he can't hear us. I can't give him troubleshooting. All right, I'm gonna hang up on him and
Check the chat.
call him back. Yeah.
Hang up on Crispy.
Wow.
Crispy, answer the phone.
It must have been that damn black swan that got him, I think.
The Black Swan from Perth. Well, thank you. This is a little intermission between the Crispy Pro interview. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Got some people in the chat. I'll read some chat, Dan, if you want to sort it out.
Please, go ahead.
We have in the chat Oz Chris, who I have also met, who's a lovely gentleman. How's Jimmy going, Oz Chris? Is he still dodging you on your Doctor Who podcast? Crispy on the Ronas, only on the 4 Pod. That's what we do here, beer math. Do you think it'll be pushed to Easter? Oh, for the special? Potentially, who fucking knows? I mean, honestly, it might happen. Oz Chris says it's a tough one talking about Doctor Who at the moment when there's nothing at all. I agree. I've been seeing your work still, and you guys have still been doing really good. I actually do really like your show, even if Jimmy is not on it. That's why I watch now. Am I right, Dan? We're trying to get Oscar back on. Crispy, the Lost Media video was sick. Blowing the Ninja Crispy Pro out of the water. We just take a trip down memory lane.
It's a new link.
I've been there, man. Crispy put untrue. And Jeremy said, I've been there, man. There's no shame. Jeremy, it must be very late where you are. Did the stream stop? No, even the stream stopped? No.
Where's the stream gone?
I don't know.
The stream's still here. Why do you say that?
That's what fucking Jeremy said. Don't blame me.
I don't know.
Look it up.
Oh.
Jeremy said, did the stream just stop?
I don't think so.
Jimmy will reappear when Doctor Who comes back. I bet $100, says Oz Chris. So
Okay, let's see.
we've sent a new link to... Who's to blame? The Perth Wi-Fi or the Brisbane Wi-Fi? I know Oz Chris is in chat and he's from Brisbane, so he'll say...
Someone in Australia is responsible. That's for sure.
But who?
Yeah, how do we get to the bottom of this? Who do I call to...
You know, Jimmy won't even come on my show. Oz Chris, so... We've had him on, like, one time. That was a while ago.
Oh, wow, we have a new guest.
It buffered like crazy and cut out. I'm on 5G. I think it's okay now. The stream kind of stopped and repeated for a bit, but they're all good. So there you go. We're just trying to troubleshoot here, folks. Will he ever come back, do you think?
Well, I'm looking at a visual.
Which is normally good.
Yeah, usually. That's a positive.
And it was all going so well. Oh.
Peace.
Peace and love.
And welcome. Although...
I think he's singing.
Now we can't hear him, but...
And now he can't hear us.
Yeah. And he's singing.
Is it on someone's end?
Oh, there. Whoa.
We're back.
You hear
Wow.
You hear us?
Yeah, you.
You can hear us?
What happened there?
You know, did we go into the...
Crispy, was it the Bris Vegas Wi-Fi? I think it must be. I gotta blame something.
I don't think so. I don't think so. That last bit there was me because my mic cut out. But I fully couldn't hear you guys at all.
There's two explanations.
Uh-oh.
One is that we have somehow accidentally fallen into the time vortex.
I knew it.
Crispy's sheer presence on the show has sucked us up. Oh god, look at him. Look, he's a crumble of pixels. His new name is Crusp.
Crossby Pro.
Crusp. Poor man.
I can't hear you guys again.
No.
What's
Crusp.
going on?
No.
I don't know what's going on.
Crusp.
Oh no.
Let's try
It's working. And then it stopped.
oh, and then he's gone. Crusp. Crusp.
Is this Discord?
Those are supposed to be crisps.
Can you hear us, Oscar?
I can't hear a word. I can't hear a word.
Oh lord.
I'm gonna re-enter the chat.
Instead of playing sound,
I don't know what to do.
instead of playing sound bites, why are you trying to fix the fucking thing?
I don't know. No audio is going through to our friend. This is so devastating. How do I possibly...
Don't keep me waiting, you, the late
I don't know.
The late Dan.
I am. It is late.
Is this a wrap on the Crispy Pro podcast? We had so many questions to still ask.
Will he be lost forever in the time vortex? Oh, man.
140p Crispy Pro.
Am I going dotty?
Jeez, we've...
This is what happens when you don't use a Mac. We'll blame Crispy.
Yeah. Really, it's his fault. No, Crispy hasn't done anything wrong, guys. Sometimes the reality of live broadcasting means that our wonderful friend Crispy is taking a little tech difficulties break.
Right now, it's hard to be positive.
He's going to unplug, replug, and
Well,
then he's going to look at his tech. I don't know. I'm just trying to joke around. What do you think, Conor?
internet stream is good on Crispy's end. I don't know. Maybe we could wait and then we could just like cut this out after the broadcast and then.
Oh! Here we go. We've got some.
I don't know.
Okay. We've got some updates that the stream is having some momentary trouble.
Oh dear.
But we are getting right back to it, folks.
Done!
Oh my god. This is what it feels like everyone is saying.
Don't keep me waiting, you, the late done.
I don't know exactly what to how to remedy this. Okay, so we are gonna keep.
Is it working? The stream currently?
Let's see. I mean, I don't know. It looks to be, but I cannot identify a.
Dan, it's freeze on a cum face.
Yeah, I guess I am. I'm a little.
It was going so well.
Oh, look at that! What a shame for the MBN of all things to interrupt such a wonderful and enjoyable
Is it
stream.
possible to like wait for him to come back on and then just like cut that bit out?
I think so. Yeah, we can go ahead and thank everyone who is standing by and being good patriots. You are welcome and appreciated.
Patriot.
Thank you.
Patriot.
Thank you.
Patriot.
And while we go ahead and sit in the time vortex, waiting for Crispy to
Are we even live? I don't
make
even
his
know.
grand return, I think we are. I really can't.
We are Daniel Lane. He carries the flame. Can you get Crispy on audio via Discord, maybe? Jeremy,
Yeah,
how would you like a job at the For All Our Podcast as a producer?
Yeah, I guess Discord would be a
We are Daniel Lane.
an option. Oh God.
He carries the flame.
Okay.
Oh, the stream's working fine, it says.
We'll try one more link.
On my end, it's working good. On my
Wow.
on my phone, I can see us. So
If Crispy can see us,
you
now,
guys
I don't
watching
know if
live
there's a
might be
viewer.
getting an actual a
behind the
bit of a
scenes.
bonus pod in a
Yeah.
sense, because this will probably be cut. So
It is both new content and secret behind the scenes content all at the same time.
Jeremy, would you ever be interested in sending in a voicemail to the show?
Okay.
If you
So
can hear
let
me,
me jump
Jeremy,
in
send me a voice note on
So he said,
Twitter.
okay, so when he joins in that way,
I believe in this stream.
you're a believer?
I'm a believer.
Uh-oh. Okay, we see him. But
And
does
I see.
he sees us?
And can you hear us?
He can hear
I can hear you.
Russ for now. Okay. Wow.
Let's see how this goes. Let's see how this goes.
We're gonna
Wow.
cut that bit out after transmission. Okay.
Our tech
God, how embarrassing! You get
detour.
a huge star like Crispy Pro on, and then the internet just decides that
It could very well be my end. It looked good, but you know, this is an old computer, and I'm an old soul.
Who knows? Well, we should probably I guess get through our interview before it decides to fucking stop working again.
Woof. Wow, that was a scary
And I can't even remember what we were talking about.
trip
but
down the time vortex.
I don't know. Air fryers. I don't know.
I do. This is the personal section, I guess.
Let's go
we-
personal. You ready to
Let's
go
get
personal?
Let's get deep.
Yeah.
Let's cry. Let's
Obviously,
cry
only
together. Let's be vulnerable.
answer questions that you feel comfortable asking.
Yes.
Where do you think you go when you die? No, that's not a question. But you can answer that if you want.
We get uploaded to a hard drive that Missy is there, and whatever Series 8 was about.
Yes,
That's
exactly.
where you go when you die. Where Daddy Pink is.
Where Danny Pink
Yeah,
is.
rest in peace.
So
pieces.
How are things going for you personally? How are you?
I'm fantastic. Yeah, on a very personal note, this is the happiest I've been in years.
Wow. That's incredible.
My girlfriend and I were fortunate enough. We've got an apartment now, which is very nice.
Hey,
moving up in the world.
Have you moved?
I've moved from when you saw me last. So where we played beer pong that one time, it's no longer a thing, my man.
I
But we
thought
got beer pong
it looked
space here,
different.
don't worry.
I thought it looked
It does look
different,
different.
but I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want to like ask a question that maybe
spoil the
was too personal. But you've moved now, okay?
You could ask me anything.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no. So that's huge. Family's great. I'm great. Girlfriend's great. Career blossoming. I don't know. And I'm on a podcast with two lovely gentlemen. So life's good.
How's
We're here for a laugh.
You're too sweet.
How are things holding up in your your work life, your personal life, family life, with just all the craziness happening kind of around the world in the news? Like, are you eating a big fuel like tag at the end of the week, or how are you doing with all that?
Look, I imagine the fuel prices is all very much the same where you guys are.
Yeah.
It's absolutely ludicrous. My fuel light just came on today, and I went, no, for God's sake,
Damn it!
why? But yeah, no, I mean, it is an absolutely crazy time out there, isn't it? It's a bit scary.
Oh yeah.
That's probably, I imagine, like a lot of Doctor Who fans like Doctor Who for the escapism element of it all, because sometimes the world we live in is a little bit scary, a little bit unknown waters or whatever. So yeah, it's definitely a scary time. And yeah, I don't know. Last week I was with my family on the farm. My grandparents live on a farm all the way near like Canberra. So I was with them for the Easter long weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And I hate talking politics with family and just how the world is and all of that.
It comes to the forefront.
Man, come on! Like, talking to like the extended family, and everyone's got their beliefs. I talk about this is family I don't usually talk to. And I was like, I make videos on Doctor Who, and they're like, oh yeah, she's a woman now, isn't she? I'm like, oh well, no.
Well, not anymore.
Now?
Yeah.
Not anymore, but like.
She was, and then she changed.
Why do you have to phrase it like that? I don't know. We live in crazy times, man. And I like to think that Doctor Who's made me a better person and more, well equipped to deal with times like we're in.
Do your family do they get impressed with the fact that you're a celebrity, Oscar?
Absolutely not. They couldn't care. And I'm not. I'm not a celebrity.
You're big. You're huge.
Well,
Come on.
I actually kind of.
Come on.
I kind of had a question.
We love you. You're very special.
Maybe this is like a better, way to word it. I don't know. How does it affect you to be almost like a micro celebrity? I don't mean that as an insult.
It's not even a term. It's a party trick. That's what it is.
Right. Okay.
People go, "Whoa, that's cool."
Yeah.
And that's it.
The guy at the pub.
I don't want anything more.
We went to the pub one time in a place called Joondalup in WA, and we convinced the whole group that Lionel Richie died. Remember that?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
That's a side thing.
That's right.
Rest in peace, Lionel Richie. And the bloke was like, "Damn, man, my mum loves him. We grew up listening to his music." I was like, "Yeah, dude, rip Lionel Richie, bro."
Yeah.
And
that was such a funny bit.
That was so funny.
Lionel Richie passed.
It's just random, but he said to you, like, "What do you do?" And you're like, "I do this and that, but I also do YouTube, and I have like." I think at the time he had like 32,000, and he was like, "Yo, dude," I mean, he was very impressed, I would say. But this is what makes you so great. You're so humble.
Yeah, that's cool.
I guess what I'm curious about is like, and maybe that's the, like you say, party trick positives. Have you ever, do you think, had any negatives come from it? Like, being, you know, because there's this weird zone where you can be more famous than you are making money from what you're doing to be famous. So it's like you're not making enough money to, you know, really feel good about having to put up with the shitty parts of it.
No, I would say 99% of like just being on YouTube in general has been nice. I'm not fazed by a lot of comments now. Like, you know, I got some crazy comments today.
And that's just from the two of us.
No, like, and that's just from YouTube. Absolutely. No, it's been good. Like, I'm trying to think of any like major negative that's come from having a YouTube channel. I remember, like, I didn't really tell my parents that I had a YouTube channel until I hit 100 subscribers, and then they were like, "Whoa, what?
Wow,
what do you mean?
You're famous."
Yeah.
I hid that for a while, but no real negatives. I would say it's been pretty. Like, I mean, I used to say, like, I started all of my videos because I thought all YouTubers had to have a phrase that they say.
Yeah, that's very old school. I feel like,
yeah. And I used to just say, "Hola, amigos."
Yeah, hola, amigos. Crispy Pro here.
I don't know why. Yeah, that's the one. I don't know why I chose that. That was very much like a last minute. I need something, and all of you were my amigos.
Right.
But as soon as I like lived at college for a few years, like on campus living, you know, like
nice.
you know, frat house style, but American. And I mean Australian, not American. And I remember going to lunch one day and someone who I'd barely talked to just went, "Hola, amigos." And I was like, what?
He knows.
No, they weren't a fan. They were making fun of me. They were making fun of me. It was like, oh gosh, I don't know if I really want, you know, people to know that I have a YouTube channel at college. Cause you know, I live with like, you know, 300 people that I would see in the dining hall every day. And it was basically like, you know, a new school, a time to reinvent yourself type thing. But it was pretty fortunate that me going to college happened to align with the premiere of Series 10. And I was flown to, here's me flexing again, sorry. I was flown to Sydney by the BBC to do interviews with people about Series 10, and they like set up a TARDIS and this beautiful mural on the ground that kind of, you know, one of those like 3D paintings that they do on the ground, and it had all of like, you know, the monsters from Series 10 and stuff. And then that video went out, and then I think people started taking what I do seriously at college. They're like, "Oh, he's no joke. He's actually, you know, he's part of the thing." And so I think that helped ease any of the bullying that was going on.
Well, it's hard in a social setting to bring up YouTube. I feel like it's
well. What's it been like for you guys?
Horrible.
Bring it up. This time. Horrible.
No, I don't talk about it at work. It did get out. Not because of me, because of fucking Hannah, who's come on this show. Here you go, this girl.
We're here for a laugh.
Yeah.
Who's got a mouth like this, like at the Christmas in July play. Well, Conor makes YouTube videos. It's like, okay, I told you not to tell anybody.
5'3"
No.
It's hard. I mean, I don't really. I like to keep the two separate as much as I can. I don't like, because when you're on YouTube, you're a exaggerated version of yourself, and sometimes I think for me, I perceive that as me being cringe. So I don't like people to see that version of myself. I even like, I don't have this to any extent of like what you, because I've been out with you at like Comic-Con and stuff, and when we've done the Science of Audio events, and people flock to you. And a few people did come up to like Aiden and I, or like maybe separately. I found that incredibly. By the way, if anyone ever does want to come up, it's fine. It was no one's fault. I found it quite spooky. I was like, oh, this is strange. This is something that I thought I would love when I was a kid. Like, oh, how cool. But the reality of it was, you know, me saying, to get out of a conversation, I need to go to the toilet and just stand in the cubicle for 10 minutes, like on my phone, because I was like, feeling like. But it's weird to walk, like when we like walked into a room with like me and Aiden, who next to nobody knows, but we were standing next to, you know, you and Josh. it felt like everyone just like looked and everyone was just looking at us. And to me, I got anxiety. I just felt like super freaked out. But apart from that, I mean, it's incredible. I absolutely love to do it. But you know, it's just what we do, really. I think, and I feel like at this point in my life, if I didn't want to do it, then I feel like I'm too old and cranky to do it if I didn't want to do it. So, what about you, Mr. Aid?
Yeah, I mean, it's a weird thing to share because sometimes you want to maintain like a work vibe or a work relationship with someone, and it's just weird if they are seeing you, you know, in that performative way. Like, you know, when you go and make a video, you kind of have it in mind that it's the audience that's seeing it. Or at least the relationship that you're having with the audience is like, yes, I'm putting on a little show for you. And that's not the dynamic you have when you're talking to like your coworkers or other people.
Sure.
I've gotten a lot better at, you know, being really proud and happy with the stuff I'm making and like just being happy to be making it. And so it's like, you know, hey, look at this. I'm me expressing myself type of thing. But yeah, I guess you have to get to a place with it. You know, you have to kind of feel right about what you're doing, you know.
And Dan, I need to just like shout out. Your videos are incredible.
Like
they're genuinely
thank
you're
you.
very well spoken and articulate. Sometimes I feel like I humble and I ramble and it don't make sense. You're very concise and you make some very, very good points.
Well, thank you. That's
Thank
so
you,
sweet.
Dan.
I've never told, but yeah, no, I've
How sweet.
I've seen your stuff and I'm very impressed.
Oh, well, thank you so much, Crispy.
Yeah, Dan is
coming from you, that's
so,
very wonderful to hear, so thank you.
Dan's always been so talented, and I mean, I feel super lucky to even be able to like collaborate with him. I mean, like, I know technically maybe today it went a little bit off the schedule, but
we don't know.
But we don't know if that was ours.
Yeah, where did we go?
He does all this, and I mean, I'm gonna be completely honest with you.
Nobody
I
knows.
wouldn't know how to. The amount of like setup that Dan does of it is like crazy, and Aiden as well. Like I almost feel like I just kind of like come in and just sit down and try to be funny and fail miserably a lot of the time. But that's what my plan is.
Your opening speech at the Doctor Who Oscars had me cackling in my car, dude.
Haha.
I did love that.
Unreal. I was cry laughing. It's so funny.
Thanks.
It was so good.
I wrote that in my lunch break in like 10 minutes, maybe less.
Yeah.
I was like
so
between
good.
clients
So good.
doing support work. I was like, I have like on Thursdays, because I always leave everything so late. I always leave stuff so late. I'm watching episodes late. I'm writing stuff late. I just kind of threw something together that I was like, but I know Aiden is very like he does like to cut some stuff out. So I was like, before I did the speech and he picked me up, I was like, here's what's gonna happen. I'll do the speech, I'll read it as I've written it, and just react like you would normally react, like there's no camera around. And if you want to cut it out later, because I feel like it will ruin the ruin like the momentum of like delivering the speech.
Yeah, absolutely.
But nothing was cut, so
no, you left the whole thing, and you even said in the episode, "Be like, you can cut that." Aiden was cackling, dude.
I love that.
It was fine. I always tried to like give a little bit of shit out, but I feel like we're pretty I think we're pretty aware of, you know, how we are on you. Aiden's been an absolute goon recently on Twitter, like just pissing everybody off. Like it's so
Make it
funny.
nasty.
It's good. It's good to see.
That's just always him. Like, can I?
Aiden's got that dog in him. You know?
Can I ask you, Crispy?
Yo.
How did you know that it was time for you to leave Who's There, which you've just left like a month ago? How did you know it was time to leave?
Well, yeah, I mean, like, Who's There is like a beautiful, beautiful podcast. But at the, how do I explain this? When Troy asked me to do the podcast back in 2021, if we want to get serious, want to get personal, I was in like the worst place mentally I had ever been, like ever. Like it was very dark, and like, you know, that there was like a big, you know, black hole on YouTube where I wasn't posting, I wasn't doing anything. I was like, is Crispy Pro done? I don't really want to do anything more with Doctor Who.
Yeah.
And then Troy, like, he asked me initially, I said no, and I'm not. And then like a few months later, like we were just texting as friends, and he was like, "Oh, do you want to give it a go?" I was like, you know what, I need an excuse to get kind of like back up and making content. Crispy Pro might not be here today if Who's There didn't exist.
Wow.
And so I was like, yeah, right, let's give it a go. And it was so much fun. I'll kind of like review I was like, this might just be like a temporary thing, and I'll kind of review at the start of every year, being like, do I want to keep going with the podcast? And then it was the start of this year. I was like, I think like it's been great. Maybe I need to step back. You got sad music going on.
Yeah. Yeah, we gotta set you
and
up.
like, yeah, and then I was like, yeah, Troy, it might be my time to step back. That's just kind of how I'm feeling right now. I'd be so happy if you want to continue the show. And Troy was like, obviously, you know, kind of shocked by this, but we made it work. And my last episode is one of like my favorite pieces of content I've ever put out on the internet.
Yeah, I watched it. It was great.
Yeah, it's so much fun. And Troy has kept it going and like absolutely succeeded. like absolutely.
Yeah, I'm
crushed
impressed
it.
actually.
And maybe I was holding him back, is how I've been saying it.
Oh, bless you.
But yeah, like I don't know. It was just like my time basically, and I was like, I kind of want to focus on other things.
That's the angel music for
Troy's
Troy.
Absolutely crushing it. That's for Troy.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Bless you, sir.
No, it's it was, yeah. I mean, yeah. Who's There was so much fun, but I was like, yeah, I don't know. Maybe now is the time for me, and I'll focus on other things. Who knows? I might come back to the world of podcasting one day. I'd love to have an in-person podcast like you guys do. Like that's a dream.
Yeah, it's hard when you got someone.
I think it'll be
your co-host is in the UK. Like, I mean, that's
in virtual space.
That's hard.
The time difference was absolutely crazy. Like, I'd be recording at 7 a.m. Like, those would be the first words I speak of the day.
Yeah,
were those episodes. But yeah, no, so proud of that product. So proud of Troy, and yeah, I'm so happy that it's still going. Because I think, and like Troy, like by himself, is unbelievably articulate. Like, so those are some of the like cleanest podcast episodes I've ever listened to with just Troy. It reminded me of your stuff, Dan. Like,
yeah,
it was
okay, great.
Straight to the point.
he is a great creator. Like, he's
fantastic.
I think he deserves the success that he's got. Like, he's, you know, and he's multi-talented with all his like payday stuff. Like, he gets flown out everywhere. Like, you know, honestly, like,
oh yeah, I remember you telling me that.
Yeah, I mean, good for him. Like, I've always liked Troy. I had a bit of a soft spot for him. I think that
he's such a quirky dude.
He's just a great, I think he's a good, like, you know, internet personality, which,
well, isn't that, you know, sort of the beauty
absolutely.
of like what we're all doing?
Yeah,
here
exactly.
To make these weird but nice connections with people like over the internet, you know?
Yeah,
it's weird. Like, I like, with my girlfriend and I in 2023, we went over to the UK for just for fun, and it happened to be around the same time of Doctor Who's 60th anniversary. I met Troy on the 60th anniversary of Doctor Who.
Yeah.
And like in person, IRL, and it was great. Like, and it's so weird. Like, you know, and I would never have met Troy without, you know, the internet and the YouTube fandom or whatever.
Yeah.
And same with meeting Conor. And maybe one day, Dan, I'll meet you in person. Who knows?
Oh.
Who knows what'll happen?
Ooh.
Well, that is something I thought we could discuss a little bit now, if you want. The prospect of an in-person, let's just call it Dan and Crispy exchange, you know.
For the first time. Meeting.
I'm not sure what that. Not sure exactly what that refers to.
This is how we'll meet.
Yeah.
I'll say hello, Dad.
Yeah. Will it be our hands or our hair or something else entirely, like Avatar style? Who knows?
Anything could happen.
Welcome to the internet, my friend.
So I guess the secret is out. Not really. I'll tell you now. We are all three of us being on this call is not necessarily a bit of a coincidence.
Oh, it is more than simply a random happenstance coincidence.
We are all meeting in November.
Whoa!
We are flying, Daniel and I, to Brisbane, Vegas.
Yeah!
We're going to... we're going to a concert, but also to see the fabulous, beautiful, notorious, the wickedly talented...
Brisbane native.
Crispy Pro. Brisbane, I would say royalty. No, Australian royalty.
Oh!
Australian
amazing.
royalty.
That's right.
Crispy Pro. We are... I mean, this will be the 4th time that I've met you in person, but this will be the first time that you'll get to meet Dan. And, you know, an idea that's been cooking in my head is that we get to, like, just film an episode with all 3 of us in the room. No technical difficulties because Crispy will be there in person.
Amazing.
In person. Yeah. It's huge. I'm so excited. I had the pleasure of having Conor in Brisbane back in 2024.
I think it was...
Was it 2024?
Yeah, so the weird coincidence is that we'll be together. I think it's on the Sunday or the Monday. Will be 2 years since I was in Brisbane seeing you. So we'll be together 2 years later on the day.
And it was on Doctor Who's birthday, right?
Yeah, so we'll be there for Doctor Who's. We'll be there for the concert's on the 20th, I think. So the 23rd.
Can't remember.
Yeah. So how exciting is that? We get to actually.
It's huge. I'm so excited to have both of you boys. You guys will be here in the house, no doubt, and you can come and see the beautiful place. Wow. And yeah, we'll just have a good time. I'm excited. Dan, have you been to Brisbane before?
I don't think so. I've been to Queensland, Sydney, and that's about it. And WA, you know. So
well, I'm excited to have you here.
Got to tick you off the list. Stuff. Well, I guess I was curious, like, you know, if you have anything off the top of your head, is there any Brisbane?
Yeah, give us the lowdown.
Must sees, like anything you got to hype me up for.
Well,
Jerry's ice cream shop or something. I don't know.
There's some pretty. Do you guys have Yochi in WA?
I feel like
it's that frozen yogurt.
Yeah, dude, it's all the rage here. It
I think we
me
do
so much.
I feel like I've seen it.
Yeah, we do.
People line up for days for Yochi here.
I got that once.
We have a few.
Dude, I literally...
so overrated. Sorry, Yochi, but it's so overrated. But the line is always out the door. I find it so funny. There's one not too far away from me that there's a Yochi, and then right, like 2 doors down is a Cold Rock. You know Cold Rock?
Classic. Can't beat Cold Rock.
Yeah. Cold Rock,
one hell of a creamery.
A barren wasteland. There's nothing there. But Yochi always has a line outside, which I find so funny.
It's so expensive. It's like I got a small little.
We're not taking you
ice cream. It was like I'm not joking. It was like $17.50 because it's you weigh it. My sister said before we went in, she was like, just be careful because it adds up really quick. I was like, whatever. Fucking it did. It was like $17.50, and I didn't even.
Did they fucking pay the cow minimum wage?
Dude, it seems like it, and I overdid it with like, I put like caramel and like Biscoff.
And it makes you feel bad because you're just having fun with the toppings, then you're like, hang on, maybe there's too much on. It reminds you, it should just be a standard thing, and people can go crazy with it anyway.
They know full well that people will go overboard, I think, and they know that.
Yeah.
And
that froyo is hard to hold
It's
back.
like so, and I felt so like, you know when you had too much sugar and you feel sick? You're like sugar, like, you know, it's like I had so much sugar that day and I was just like, oh my God, like I feel disgusted. But if you want to take a stare, Oscar, we can.
Are there any Brisbane like
what the hell he's doing?
Sorry, that was my mistake.
Was that directed towards me?
I was trying to find this soundbite.
I see. Well, I'm curious. We have what is it? Chicken Treat and like Red Rooster, like more local.
Yeah.
Chains.
What was that first one?
Chicken Treat.
Chicken Treat,
baby.
Chicken Treat. I've never heard of Chicken Treat.
It's WA only, man. It's a fairly common. My cousin.
Wait, you don't know Chicken Treat?
Yeah.
He doesn't know. You don't know Chicken Treat?
I don't know. I've never heard of Chicken Treat.
It's a WA only like restaurant.
Is it WA only?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Since when?
Since always.
I mean, I love chicken. I absolutely. You guys obviously have KFC, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we're not like another planet.
I know. But the weird thing is, I'm pretty sure this is true. Do you have like hot and spicy, but it's like seasonal?
Yes. No, we have, I think, all the time it's original and hot and spicy. Two separate.
Oh, damn.
Basics.
I truly thought that it might have changed, but I truly thought that Queensland was the only state in Australia that had hot and spicy all year round.
What?
And it was seasonal
really?
everywhere else for some reason. Yeah.
I've
I don't
seen
know,
that in other
I
places.
swear I heard that.
Yeah.
Anyway, maybe it is.
Well,
maybe it
this is
also
chicken
WA.
treat, if you're curious.
Yeah, show me chicken treat. What is all this nonsense?
This one right here. Let me find
I want to
out.
go back to Dickie's, Oscar.
Oh yeah, we're gonna go back to Dickie's, a beautiful vegan cafe.
Yeah, give me that vegan shit. I can't eat
Ooh.
chicken,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Give me them vegan Dickies.
Dickie's is fucking great.
Dickies.
Yeah,
That's the
chicken
last
treat
place that
is
you
great.
took us.
It looks kind of like a yellow chicken
Whoa.
treat. Yeah.
Dr. Scott Nick in the chat said Chicken Treat is owned by Red Rooster.
Right, that makes sense.
Do you know
Is
Red
this a
Rooster?
conspiracy? Does this go to the top?
Yeah, chicken treat is like the WA only Red Rooster. Oh, can you verify this?
But you also have Red Rooster?
We do have Red Rooster, yeah. So I have a theory about this. Connor, can you like just move a little to the side? I have a theory about this logo. To me, it looks like somebody's butt cheek with a butt plug in it. Right?
I'll never look at the rooster the same.
Yeah, I know, man. You can't unsee it. You're good. You're good. Thank you for ducking.
No worries.
So helpful.
Wow.
And then what did you say,
word.
Dickies? That's your
Dickie's is where we went
Dickie's
to.
Cafe. There's a place near. How far away? It's ages away. Where is it? It's in.
I'm glad it's still
Look
open
up
because
Dickie's New Farm.
Oh, here we
Dickie's
go,
New
yeah.
Farm, Queensland.
yeah, because I feel like vegan restaurants they struggle to stay open because not a lot of people. I'm not even vegan. I mean, I'm just veggie, but
Yeah, I went to
I
like
got that
more
plant-based
tropical.
plant-based duck, which was actually really nice. Chicken Treat is owned by Red Rooster.
What do
That's crazy.
they grow a duck on a plant?
Nah, this is when it all becomes too unhealthy because they try to mimic the taste of what the animal tastes like, and that's when you start to get the to get a little bit unhealthy.
And then lastly, I'm curious. Isn't there like some kind of a Disney, not Disney, but like a theme park?
Movie World.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh.
Have you done
You
that?
mean Movie World? It's like Hollywood on the Gold Coast?
I mean the very same, I think.
Yeah, no, Movie World is one of the greatest places on God's green earth. It is unreal.
Oh my.
It is my favorite theme park of all time. As a kid, we got these like you could get year-long passes for like $99.
Wow.
And my parents would always splash out and
Yeah.
I reckon for 5 years straight we had seasonal passes to Movie World. So I've been there so many times, and there are
Amazing.
some crazy roller coasters. The Scooby-Doo roller coaster is the best roller
It's
coaster
OG.
in Australia. It's themed. It's really well done. It's scary. It has twists and turns, and it's Scooby-Doo. It's
Have you
like,
gone
the
on
themes
the?
are so much fun.
Didn't they just revamp it? Have you gone on the new revamped version?
They were doing renovations on it for 3 years.
Wow.
And I haven't been on it yet, and people have like uploaded videos of the new ride online, but I haven't dare look. So I imagine when we go, if we go, I would like to go and take you boys.
That's the one thing I
that'd be
asked
my
that we
first
could
time.
do. That was like
Yeah.
That's the one thing I went in 2019. Was it 2019? No, 2018. I went there last time I went, and I went on the Superman ride, which is why I played this. Dude, 0 to 100 in like what 2 seconds?
Yeah, a couple seconds. Yeah, it's so much fun.
I swore I'd never go on it
so
again.
Many good memories on that, man.
I swore I'd never go on it again. But
Wow.
if you two
gotta
do
do
it with me, I'll do
You
it.
gotta do it.
Is there any way can you wear
incredible.
GoPros on?
I'll be your lowest lane.
Can you be my lowest
Probably
lane?
You could sneak one in. GoPros are so tiny these days that
Yeah.
I'm positive you could sneak a camera in.
Dan went on a roller coaster. We have a place called Adventure World, which is nowhere near as good as Moody World. I like it.
You
but
told me about this, and we never went.
we could have gone.
It's like off-brand water park
I like it. My nephew loves it, but we went.
I love theme parks.
good
man.
for kids.
We have a roller coaster there. It's pretty good. Dan. This is like we're talking like 10 plus years ago. Dan went on the roller coaster, and he held his phone like this, and got his
God. You're
face.
not gonna get away with that at Movie World.
He I was like, dude, like, what if you go down and you drop
strap,
it?
nothing.
No strap. I was like, dude, what if like you just because you're dropping at like a massive height? What if you drop it?
I think I grabbed onto it probably as tight as I'd ever grabbed onto anything.
You got this like POV of him go for the roller coaster.
Man, that's crazy. That's crazy.
And you get like a chest mount because I feel like
that's good.
I swore to God that I would never go on that ride again because when I did it in 2018. I felt like it does feel like you're the human body shouldn't move that fast. I think that is. I'm surprised more people don't get like heart attacks on.
Well, you drive well over 100 on the road. What's the difference?
I know, but you don't go from
fast,
0 to 100 in 2 seconds. Like
see me drive in Brisbane, mate.
2. Yeah, true. I don't know what it's like driving in Brisbane, Vegas.
Definitely, the dangly legs is unique to being in a roller coaster.
Yeah,
I don't like to dangle my legs.
But also with the car, you got the protection of your window screen in the car. You haven't got the wind.
True.
It was so terrible. I felt like my soul left my body behind when I went from 0 to 100 in 2 seconds. It felt like my soul left my body.
Well, I would happily go through that with you.
I would love to do it again.
Oscar.
Well, I think we should film a video there. I kind of had a video idea that we could do, being like,
we could go on the Schindler's List ride.
Yeah. The Schindler's List. What do you think?
Just kidding.
Does that exist?
No, I'm just kidding.
The Schindler's List ride? What the fuck?
No, they don't make roller. They just launched a new Wizard of Oz land there.
Yeah, I heard about that.
See, theme parks, they're always trying to be exciting or scary, but why can't it be sad? You know, why can't we do
just the most
Molly and Me
depressing
ride?
The Molly and Me ride.
Yeah, where you have to, the dog dies at the end, you know?
I've seen it, and I don't want to see it again.
You gotta relive it on a roller coaster.
Movie World is
that
good.
Movie goes 0 to 100.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna film a vlog for the whole trip.
Yeah, no, you gotta vlog it.
And
gotta vlog it.
I'm so excited. I need a break. I need to go and just have. I've been saving already. I'm gonna be buying my flight soon.
Time.
Hopefully, the fuel crisis doesn't fuck with our flights. I would like to say it wouldn't.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. That'll be interesting.
We'll
see.
The first time we've also met just you and I, Oscar. So.
Oh my gosh. Dan will be there too.
Well, Dan will be there too, but it'll just be just you and I.
We'll be Aidenless.
Yeah,
Wow.
I did break the news to Aiden that I'm going, and he said,
Aiden's a jealous boy.
He said, why didn't you invite me? I said, well, because you're going to England in December, and this is in November. I knew you couldn't, not in a bad way, but, you know, I didn't think you'd be able to afford it. Is that bad to say?
No, it's not bad to say.
She's your co-host.
We're allowed to do. You get free will, man. It's okay. I think that there's going to be some kind of Doctor Who thing this year. I would love to come back to Perth this year.
Do it.
I'm Robbie Williams.
Yeah, Robbie's not coming to Perth, so we're flying all the way to Brisbane. That was the thing. Because I sent you a text. I sent you a text like a week before saying, if Gorillas come and they don't come to Perth, and they're going to Brisbane, Vegas, I'll come.
Yeah.
And I also said if the Avalanches do it, because they don't normally come. But I knew Robbie always comes to Perth, and this time he's coming everywhere except Perth. So I was like, okay, you know what?
Why? Like, why does Perth get gypped in these Australian tours?
Yeah, we always get the short straw.
I mean, I think because we're the most isolated city in the world. We're the Croods, as Scott Morrison called us.
Yeah, we're as far away as you have to go.
You know that film, The Croods? They're like cavemen.
The Croods?
The Croods, yeah. That's what Scott Morrison called us. The Croods.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a legend.
So no one really comes here. We got Coldplay. exclusively.
Yeah, we got a better deal now, but
know.
I think one of the big problems is we rent out our shit too much to sport. Like we prioritize sports.
Nothing
so
else
much.
that really comes though.
Yeah, there's not as many opportunities for artists. So,
which sucks. But yeah, I would love not a rock DJ moment. Well, we'll rock DJ together. Have you got your tickets yet, Crispy? Have you got your tickets yet?
Yeah.
Okay,
I got
good.
tickets.
All right.
We're good to go.
Okay, good.
You'll meet my parents.
wow.
I'm very much looking forward to meeting your parents.
I'm one of the biggest pop stars
they're
in the
funny.
world.
My parents are so funny. They couldn't give a shit about Doctor Who.
I love that. Yeah, that's
great.
That's like my dad. He's like super like, my dad will watch, like, he could watch like the greatest episode of Doctor Who ever. He'd be like, yeah, it's fine. Like,
yeah.
I don't really get the big deal.
I do have one memory of watching Doctor Who with my dad.
Yeah.
And back in 2015.
Yeah.
And it just like I was like, oh, I gotta watch, Doctor Who tonight. It's Doctor Who night. And it just so happened to be Heaven Sent.
Yo.
And he was like, that was incredible. I was like, yeah, it's pretty good, eh?
Yeah, how can you not like Heaven Sent? I feel like that's like.
Yeah.
It was Dad. I remember Dad being particularly impressed by that episode.
It's a good one to win anyone over.
I do. I know we're probably running a bit short on time, but there is one story I wanted to tell before.
Yeah, please.
If we are running short on time, I don't know.
Please.
I don't know if you need to go, Oscar. I know there was a bit of a lag with the thing.
It's all right now. I've gone to sleep. I'm an AI deepfake now. It's all good.
Yeah.
I had a feeling. A story that I love and I always tell. And it's not even that funny, so maybe people won't find it that funny, but I thought it was hilarious. So it was the last night in Adelaide, and you were flying home the next day, and Aiden and I were flying home the next day, but on the same plane. You were obviously going to Brisbane, we were going back to Perth. And all weekend, like, Aiden was big mouthing it, being like, oh, I'm going to be, like, smashing all these beers, like, necking beers all the time, like, there won't be a moment when I'm sober. And then we got there, and, like, he didn't drink much. And then on the last night, he got this, like...
1,000 beers, please?
He got this, like, this thing in him where he just wanted to, like, drink a lot. And I said to him, I was like, Aiden, we got a flight tomorrow. Like, what's the big deal?
Excuse me.
And, we got back to our room, and I bought these disgusting drinks called Mercury. Because I didn't want to keep carrying up a slab of drinks to the hotel, and I knew that they were cans and they were like 2.5%, and I was like, look, if people come in and they want to just take one, it's all G, like I won't get mad at it, that kind of thing. And we had some left, and I couldn't take them on the plane with me, so Aim was just like necking these Mercuries, which are like 2.5 standard drinks.
Yeah, they're strong.
They're like super strong. And he was like, let's watch Doctor Who together. And it was like getting quite late. And it's like a small hotel room. And like I said, like Oscar and I, we were sharing a bed with pillows in between. But we were like sharing a bed. And you had to be up at like 4 or 5 a.m.
Yeah,
and it was already like,
so early.
It's like 11 p.m. And Aiden, we watched an episode of Doctor Who together, and we were like, okay, well, you and I were like, we'll go to bed now. But we're still in the same room. And Aiden was like, oh, I really want to watch Name of the Doctor. So Aiden puts on Name of the Doctor, and he's fucking blasting that shit. It was so loud, and we were trying to like sleep, and Aiden just like, I guess he didn't really get the memo, and like you're like the sweetest guy ever. Like you never get like annoyed at people, but I remember like you were like you lifted your head up and you were like, Aiden, can you turn it down a little bit? We're trying to sleep.
That's so funny.
And he was like, oh yeah, sorry. And like he turned it down. And then like he finished the episode, and then he went and like he took some like grog out to like the balcony and like shut the door, and he like sat out there for like another like 40 minutes.
That's hilarious.
And like I woke up the next day and I was like, Aiden, where the fuck was all this when we didn't have a flight the next day? Like, what do you do?
Amazing.
It was just so funny.
What a legend. Was that when we watched The Good Man Goes to War? Was that night?
Yeah. We watched Good Man Goes to War.
I remember that now. Yeah.
And we also watched God Complex, I think, before we went out as well.
Wow. Big Smith night.
our time together has always just been like so short. Like it's always just been like a couple of days. So it'd be really nice to like have some like a potentially like a week
space it out a bit
together. But that's one of my like favorite memories of just you just being like, Aiden, can you please just turn it down? Like,
shut up.
It's just, and we just had like the and Aiden woke up one day. Remember he yacked. He was like, "Were you there for that?"
Wait, at the hotel?
Yeah.
I think I remember this. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I remember this.
I have a sick phobia, and he woke up. I think that's why he didn't want to go on the beers much after that until like the last night, because he was drinking the Mercuries, and he woke up and he was like, "Oh, I think I'm gonna yak," and I have a sick phobia. It's like I ran to the balcony. And just as I like closed the door, I just heard from the toilet side, Satan just letting it all come out. Great memories. Great memories.
Let's just say Aiden was getting green.
What a time. He was.
Aiden got a little green.
Wow. Well,
is there anything else you want to say, Dan or Crispy? Anything else you want to add?
I kind of had one thing that I sort of wanted to ask you before you left.
Yeah, please.
More of a jokey question than a real one, but do you think that if we don't ever get the remainder of Classic Who, they will all be recreated with AI?
Bruh.
Someone's already done that, though, to be fair.
Yeah, someone's on a hell of a mission to get that done right now. But don't you dare say it's bad in any way.
Yeah, is that someone RTD?
No, is it Adam Levine? Oh, not Adam Levine.
Yeah, Ian Levine.
Adam Levine, lead singer of Maroon 5.
Yeah, Ian Levine.
Ian Levine.
He's a passionate fan. Adam Levine.
No, he's a very passionate fan. Very passionate fan. No, I think you the other day on the podcast, Conor, you and Aiden raised a really good point about how like RTD is an old man. And like, if my dad saw that video of, probably not of Doctor Who, but so he would have shared it. You know, like, so
yeah, dads.
But in regards to, I mean, they're already using AI enhancements in the box sets, aren't they? Like, that's a thing.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Like
I hate that they do that.
I have seen those screenshots and they are weird.
That's weird. It's a strange thing. But I mean, in theory, yeah, maybe one day, maybe it won't be in our lifetime. Hopefully we live for a few decades, hopefully. But maybe AI will get so good that they can do something that, it's so hard to tell what the difference would be. But yeah, I hope it's not in my lifetime, because I don't want to see it.
I guess all the scripts exist, right?
Yeah. All the scripts exist. There's a bunch of photos.
All the audio is there.
Would you?
The
audio is all there.
Would you or have you ever read a script for an episode that isn't available?
Have I ever read a script for a missing episode?
Yeah.
No, I haven't. I've barely.
Do you think that would just be boring as hell? Like...
It's boring when it's in live action.
Look,
so
I would find it interesting. Do the classic scripts exist? Like,
I don't know.
Like, I mean, accessible to the public.
There's target novels for every story.
I'd be reading it. I'd be like, black and white.
Oh, this book's in black and white. Oh, get out of here.
The script.
How much classic Who have you watched now? Are you gone pretty far in?
Or Crispy?
You've watched like one story.
Yeah, I don't. You should.
You've watched Sharda.
Yeah, hell yeah. And that's because only because I'm a Sharda myself.
Traitor. And a traitor.
Yeah.
How much have you watched, Oscar?
Well, for my channel, it would be whatever 7 times 3 is. That's how many stories I've done. So
21.
21.
21.
Wow.
21.
21.
Wow.
21.
So, but then I've also I've watched the 5 Doctors as well. I've watched the Daleks. I've watched An Unearthly Child. So I don't know. I've watched a few stories, but still a long way to go. Long way to go.
Well, Crispy, I believe in you.
I would say you're in for a good time, but
yeah.
Thank you very much.
Bruh.
I don't know if I guess me and Aiden are slowly making our way.
Yeah, you guys are crushing it.
Yeah, it's hard. I try to make
like watching so much classic
kind of clear that I find it quite hard to do. I don't know. I feel like I can't lie on YouTube because I'm like, people will see through it. Like they'll know that you're lying. So it's like I always have to like go on.
There's a nice authenticity to you, Connor.
Oh, stop.
There you go.
Stop.
So I think
He's
it's
right.
nice to just be honest. That's what we're here. That's what we're all here for.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's because I have Asperger's, but that's normally the reason why I get so honest. I think.
There he was, my mentor.
I always get so honest with like, even in my personal life, like when people ask me like, how am I doing at like a party, like 2 weeks ago, I always just have to be so honest. I'm like, to be honest, not great, you know, not great, you know. Look at the world right now.
Speaking of parties, I'm gonna whisper into my microphone right now, but like right outside the apartment is there's like a little bit of like greenery or something. I think a full-on party has just started now at 9:30 p.m.
Wow.
And there's I can hear them. They could probably hear us talking about
on a Saturday
about Doctor Who.
Oh my.
About Doctor Who.
Don't kid yourself. They've got the stream up, you know.
Maybe they're doing a what's it called, a bush
They could be watching and be like, oh my gosh, he's just up there.
A bush duff. Yeah.
Connor and Aiden will do anything but review Miracle Day. It's coming. Eventually.
Come on now.
I feel like I
never
could talk.
Finished Miracle Day. I've started Miracle Day, I reckon 5 times. Never
It's
finished it.
not great.
That's what I've heard. Oh well, at least John Barrowman's a good dude.
Yeah, John's obviously a sweetheart.
He's such a nice guy. Doesn't get mad at 15-year-olds on Twitter.
Yeah, exactly.
He's a cool dude.
Oh, that guy.
He's a really cool guy.
Yeah.
John Barrowman. Yeah, he's. I feel like I could talk to you forever, Crispy. I feel.
It's nice. It feels like we're catching up as mates.
Yeah, that was the whole idea of this pod, was like a catch up, but on the air.
Yeah,
I like that.
On the
check
airwaves.
in, see how you're doing. You know, it's like who knew that War Between the Land and the Sea would be better as a TV show than as global reality.
Look.
Makes you think. I do think
Deep
they
cut.
thought they were making another Children of Earth.
Right.
Which is just pretty, like, it's like, are you for real? Like, come on. Like, let's not kid ourselves here.
For all the first 2 episodes of War Between, I was like, oh my gosh, we've never been so back.
Yeah.
Once again, the finale was a bit disappointing, but I'm glad it exists. I'm glad it exists.
Best RTD finale though, in my opinion.
Yes, that's
ever, or just of this new era
of RTD2. Best
this-
RTD2.
of RTD2. Yeah,
finale.
I'll take it. Yeah.
You know, it's not even accessible in Australia or anywhere except for the UK.
We've never seen it, right, guys?
No, I mean, I wouldn't know, obviously, but
I've only
Isn't
seen
that
it
crazy?
with the British side of my eyeballs.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I was a citizen, so I feel like I'm owed that.
Yeah, no.
When are they going to release it, Disney? Like, when are they going to release it?
We could talk about the Disney conspiracy for ages, because I truly think as soon as season 1 finished, they were like, we have zero faith in this brand. And then when everything was kind of hitting the fan with Shooty leaving, they were like, oh gosh, what do we do? We'll beg Russell to write an episode for Christmas where he can wrap everything up. And I think Disney are just gatekeeping the War Between. I truly feel like they don't give a damn about the Doctor Who brand anymore. And they're just like, one of the admins hasn't pressed send to put it on, Disney Plus in Australia and New Zealand.
Gosh,
it doesn't add anything for them. Like they're already out of the deal.
No, there's zero value to them now, and it's like millions of dollars worth of investment. It's very sad. It's very sad.
Yeah.
Because, and I don't think it was a complete disaster. Like, it feels bad, but I don't think it's the worst.
That show
thing that's
doesn't
ever
deserve to be
existed.
locked away.
No, gosh, no.
No, it's
Justice
not.
for Russell Tovey. I would have loved to have heard his story, but instead we spoke to Crispy.
You tried to get him for this episode. We couldn't.
I wonder if it'll ever come out. Like, even they'll just keep. It just when they dropped out of the deal, it's like, wouldn't it just make sense for them just to release it then and be like, okay, now we're done?
I don't know why they didn't just do it at Christmas with the rest of it.
Yeah, I don't get it either.
It's so bizarre.
It sounds petty to me,
anyway.
a bit catty.
We got a real war between the land and the sea before we got war
I
between
know.
the land and the sea on streaming.
Now there's war outside my window.
The Disneyland and the BBC.
Yeah,
It's a big war.
That's what it is.
Damn.
No, hell of a war.
The war in the Middle East has caused the biggest spike in petrol and diesel prices in history.
Yeah, that's right.
If that's true, then Jesus.
Then God be darned. Yeah, wow. Well, what a absolute pleasure it has been to have you in the studio.
Technically.
Thank you so much.
In a way.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, we got to have you on again. I love talking to you, Crispy.
Oh, absolutely.
Virtually in the
Nonsense
studio,
forever.
of course.
It's a trip down memory lane for me.
No, but it has been such a pleasure to talk to you. You are a wonderful person to guest and a great YouTuber. Anyone who
Thank you, Dan.
is here without knowing who Crispy Pro is, go check out youtube.com/Crispy Pro. Wonderful Doctor Who YouTuber.
Who doesn't
Connor.
know Crispy Pro?
Check out the
though?
Ninja Crispy Pro air fryer while you're there.
Yes,
Right.
See
yes.
if you need one in your life.
Would you ever get one?
$300.
Just for
I
shits and
think I
gigs?
might get one for the bit.
Yeah, you got to
I
get
might
it for
one
the bit.
Wonder if they would like
Apparently
send you
they're
a
really
free
good.
one.
I've watched.
They should send a free one.
Yeah.
They should. They really should.
I mean, they should be
but
glad
yeah,
you're
no,
not enforcing your trademark. you
I know, because they're messing with your analytics, so it's not
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I should. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, like 16-year-old me should have copyrighted the name Crispy Pro, and this wouldn't be an issue. Oh well.
Or got into
Oh,
the air
well.
fryer business.
Yeah, exactly. But no, thank you so much for having me, you guys.
Thank you for coming
adore
on.
You both. And I'm
Thank you
very,
for joining
very
us.
excited to see you again, whether that be virtually or in person, like this, Dan, like this.
You're doing us a
yes.
huge favor coming on, Oscar, so we really do appreciate it. And
No worries.
Thank you.
No bloody worries.
I am forever in your debt.
Aw.
You're not. You're not.
Aw.
Your debt has been.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you so much.
My mentor.
Crispy kind of is my mentor. I won't lie to you.
In a way. My young Padawan.
A sweetheart on and off the air.
Aw.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you, Crisp. We are gonna.
Do we wrap it up with Crispy, or do we do a prologue?
I don't know. I think we move on.
We move on.
Yeah.
Okay.
As they would say.
Move on.
Thank you.
First time I've
Thank
done
you.
that. The whole.
I needed to hear that.
Yeah, it's called Cricket Unfiltered 2.
All right. Well,
On.
Chris, I'm gonna
We're gonna say
send you packing,
au revoir.
and we're gonna wrap up the show.
Au revoir.
Thank you.
Au revoir.
Bye bye.
Au revoir, Crispy.
Bye bye now.
Au revoir.
Bye-bye.
Au revoir.
What a wonderful. Wow.
Crispy Pro, everybody, ladies and gentlemen,
Oh
boys
my.
and girls,
Wow.
and everyone in between. Here we
Could
are.
not have been kinder guest to have on the show. What an absolute pleasure. The sweet, wonderful Crispy Pro. As we said, link in the description. Go check them out.
Link in the Meliption.
And thank you for coming to join the show. Connor, what do you want to do now? Drink some beers and hang out and
Play some songs.
get the hell off this dang internet.
Yeah, I guess I'll leave my Malcolm in the Middle Life is Still Unfair review to next
Ooh.
week. I've only seen 2 episodes.
Okay, I'm excited for the breakdown. Well,
What do you think I think about it?
Ooh, I don't know. I think you're a fan, but I think you know better than to love it. You know, I think you're a smart guy. I think you could see through the bullshit. Well,
Right, so when it scrubs, it's fine and everything's peachy.
hey, I was down to clown. You know, when it was Scrubs.
Not to
so-
spoil my full thoughts, but the first 2 episodes I thought were actually pretty. I didn't love it. I thought there was a lot of things in it that it's not how I thought it would really. I don't think it's how you do a reunion show, but granted, I haven't finished it, so.
Man, I miss this. Just getting real with each other.
Yeah, I do miss getting real with each other.
All right, well, thanks, y'all. If you enjoyed our wonderful interview, then maybe consider liking and subscribing. Coming back next week when we will go live, discuss Malcolm in the Middle, Life is Unfair, and plenty
full
more.
Full review.
Full review coming.
Yeah, thanks
so
to everyone
you
in the
do
chat.
not want to miss that. Yeah, thanks for anyone who tuned in and chatted this episode. We appreciate all of the engagement, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah,
So,
thanks for watching, everybody.
yeah, with that all being said,
Oh, I messaged Aiden. I said, do you want to call in to say hello to Crispy? And he's gone now, and Aiden just sent me, sure, I can stop by.
well, Aiden will be coming on, you know, momentarily.
Rage!
Maybe next time.
Any
Aiden.
minute now. Any minute now, Aiden's coming.
But Dan, you just pressed the outro button.
No, he's gonna be on any second.
No.
Yeah.
Here he is.
Bruh. Excuse me. Excuse me.
I won't tug myself off any longer. One too many in the ass than I'd like. Come off it, mate. We're here for a laugh. But I like D in an alternate world. Top up, bless.